so it sounds like a spaceship. Last week I released a video that shows what the BMW i8 sounds like when you disable the active sound system. That video was met with a little bit of criticism. Some people didn't like the fact that I combined the sound from the interior cabin with the muffler, which I understand. Others just thought that the car sounded bad, still. Okay. Others didn't like me and questioned what kind of person would buy a BMW i8 in the first place. One of the comments I received was, and I quote, "You probably drink oat milk and don't lift," which is an oddly specific and shockingly accurate portrayal of who I am as a human being. Today, I'm going to show you what just the active sound sounds like. Now, to accomplish this, I've run a wire from the stock wiring harness all the way up the side of the car into the inside of the car, where I have connected it to a speaker I ripped out of an enclosure in my garage. So let's go on a journey and find out just what it sounds like. Here we go. So I'm just going to go for a quick drive around this parking lot to show you what the car sounds like with no added speaker. That way you get an idea when I do turn it on of what is actually coming from the speaker and what's actually already coming from the car. So we'll first go all electric mode. And as you can see, it's pretty quiet. Now I'm going to switch it into comfort mode, which is a mixture of engine and front motor. And as you can see again, still pretty quiet even when you get on it. Get a little bit of engine noise. And then if we go over to sport mode, this is the mode where the engine is running all the time. And this, you can probably hear a little bit more engine noise. Just give you an idea. Okay, so now we have the speaker wired up, and there it is. Let's see what it sounds like. Okay, so the first thing we hear is a pedestrian warning, which is to let people around the car outside know that you're there. And I am going to put it into drive, put it into electric mode. Let's see what we get. Okay, so it sounds like a spaceship. All right, and now we're gonna put it into comfort mode and see if it sounds any different. Okay, now in comfort mode, we get a little bit of engine sound. It seems to be really random when it goes and when it doesn't, and what it does. And now let's put it into sport mode where the engine is on all the time. And now we really clearly have engine noise. And just to show you how much, I'm going to disconnect this. So you can hear all the engine noise that sounds like it's coming from the car is actually coming from this speaker. And I'll rev it up a little bit too. All right, so I'm gonna put that back down there. And so now we are in sport mode, which means our engine is on all the time. The car wants to sound like a sports car in this mode. Let's see how well it does. So as you can see, it actually doesn't sound bad. Now that's not the stock speaker, that's just something I found in my garage. The stock speaker actually is in a whole baffle that probably amplifies it even louder, and the speaker is actually designed to take the power. This one, as you can hear, was distorting a little bit when the volume level went up. The cool thing about this is they actually make kits that you can get for these cars. They use an amplifier from a Maserati Ghibli diesel, which, in case you didn't know, yes, that's how they make a Maserati Ghibli diesel actually sound like a real car, is fake engine noise being pumped out the back. But I digress. So they offer kits that use that amplifier and then an app on your phone so that you can make your BMW i8 sound like basically anything. Now, I haven't heard the volume of those kits, but they sound really good. I'd be surprised if they can get really loud though, just by virtue of what they are. I personally think the best option for this car is just to open up the stock exhaust, and that's gonna give you the sound that you want, because the car actually sounds good with the stock exhaust. It just needs more volume. And of course, if you didn't watch last week's video showing what just the stock exhaust sounds like without any of the extra noise, click up here and you can watch that one. So now, as promised, I'm gonna replay a clip from last week's video, and I'm gonna remove the interior audio altogether. So all you're going to hear is the rear muffler. And the reason, again, that's important is because the interior acoustics are different than the exterior acoustics. And while the sound that I played in that video was totally accurate, not doctored at all, the interior mixed with the exterior harmonized a little bit and made it sound a little bit better than it probably does. So before I play that for you, I have just one really cliche request, and that's that you like the video, subscribe to the channel, hit the thumbs up button, hit the alert button so you get new videos from me, because you know you want to see that. Add a comment if you have something to say. Any kind of engagement is good engagement, even if you want to tell me I look like the kind of person that doesn't lift. It's fair. It's honest criticism. Thanks for watching.